Hello, and welcome back to another video. So, yeah, you might be able to see, but I built another one. So, last time around, in the Minecraft video, I made this. A working Nintendo Switch in Minecraft, and inside the background you actually managed to go ahead and see this white thing. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you what this white thing is. This white thing is the working PS5. In Minecraft, you can see there's an iconic PS5 controller. Obviously, we don't have all the buttons, just like the Nintendo Switch one, we didn't have all the buttons. But look, we got the player 1, player 2 button, which, yeah, I know that's player 3, that's player 4. But yeah, I didn't really fancy using red and blue. Weird. This is the enter button, and then this one, yeah, we'll get onto that button now. Anyway, no. Like always, I don't want barrier blocks on me right now. I don't want the structure block. But yeah, the structure block though is really handy though. It's just like copy and pasting apart from you're not. Alright, so here's the music box. Instead, you can see there's barely anything inside the PS5, unlike the Nintendo Switch that I built in working Nintendo Switch that I built in Minecraft. There was a ton of stuff inside the Nintendo Switch and dock. Whilst the PS5, there's not really a lot of stuff in here because of how small it is. And yeah,
Well, I literally only just realised something. Now, the PS5 is way bigger than the Switch. But in my version and others, the PS5 is way smaller than the Switch. Hey? How does that work?
Just make sure that we're all stocked up. Let's just make sure that we're all nicely stocked up for today. So, today, I was listening, before I went on camera, I was listening to some music and I found out that this song is good enough. It seems like this song is meant for the Switch. Not for the Switch. I feel like it's meant for like the actual PS5, which might sound quite cool. And then the red ones down there, yeah, that was obviously for the Switch. Alright, so we've only went ahead and just filled it up now. So let's go ahead and test it out. Alright. Now, unlike the other video, I did go ahead and make sure that everything is working. So, yeah, everything is working and back in business. So you can see there's the on button, there's the off button, and yeah, let's hit start. Okay. Oh great, it rains as soon as I turn it on. Yeah, we might have to turn off that auto music. I was listening to someone else building another project. Where is it? Should have done this beforehand, to be fair. Oh, alright, let me turn it off. Okay, it's turning off now. Alright. Yeah, you just have to ignore what's on screen at the moment. Yep, it's been reset now. Alright, let's take two again because, like always, there's something wrong with it. And yeah, it started raining and I forgot to turn off the audio. So you can see there's an iconic sound, there's blue LED light strips inside the PS5, so I made it inside the Minecraft one. I know that there's no Minecraft music box down there in the real life one, but yeah, in my one there is. You can see here's the logo. I tried to make it a PS5 thing, it ended up not really working. You can see here's like the usual
That looks like a smiley face. Let's just hope that doesn't haunt you for the rest of your life.
bar. You got like the usual bar, loading bar thing, and as soon as that loads, alright, there you go, loads. Now we can choose player 1 or player 2 because it's now optional now. So let's check out player number 1 first. We're going to hit that one. And you can see, look, player 1 has been selected. And you can't see anything that is changing, but it's because we haven't hit the enter button. So we hit the enter button, stuff will change. You can see there's the taskbar. It will slowly begin to move backwards whilst it loads the whole screen. And then there we go. You can clearly see that player 1 has roughly about 6 games. And if we go ahead and unclick the
I only just read it.
blue button on the side, we can...
I only just realised that is 7. Look, there's 3 here, there's 4 here. You are wrong. There is 7 games on there, not 6. You donut.
Activate the time and what console you are on. So obviously, yeah, we clearly are on the PS5. Working PS5 in Minecraft, and it is not 10 or 13 and all. I think we need to change that in the settings. Apart from I haven't made the settings yet, so yeah, I don't know. And yeah, there is more. So we've just clicked on player 1, so let's remove player 1 from the list. You can see there's the loading screen. It comes back on. You can see the time and the console stays in place as soon as you've clicked that one button. Now, there's nothing really that I can change apart from if I rewire it so the reset button is on the controller. Alright, let's hit number 2 instead. So you can see the second one has been selected and we can hit the enter button now to enter it in. And you can see there you go, the loading bar has stopped loading now, and you can clearly see that player number 2 unfortunately doesn't actually have a lot of games, and yeah, sadly it only has 4 games. Now I feel like we should add some more stuff to this, so let's go ahead and add some more stuff to it. So we're gonna, what one did I just turn on? Oh, I turned on player 1. Back to player 1. Okay. The music is just stopped. Now, obviously, you can't hit that button again. You have to click the button that is supposed to be where the USB slots are for the PlayStation 5. But unfortunately, that's life. Now I think about it, we might actually need it on. Yeah, this is a lot of redstone. Yep, a lot of redstone.
And that's not even all the redstone that you'll see in this video.
And yeah, it took ages just to make all this. To be fair though, it didn't take as long as my Switch one that I built over there. But yeah, it did take a long time. So, see all this orange and all? Yeah, that's quite recent. That's the recent stuff. And then if you see all the grey stuff, then yeah, that means that's been there for quite some time. And yeah, we've just got a lot of space all along here, all up here, and all along here, all along here. Oh wait, hang on a minute, we were talking about the settings earlier and changing the clock, so maybe if we make the settings for the clock, okay, well, yeah, I think we can do that. Let's turn it back on.
Good idea, man. It's such a good job filling in all those gaps with a settings button. Good job.
I'll show you what the redstone is. So this is the redstone, what the redstone is doing currently right now. You can see it's stopped. Alright, now everything is stopped. Because like you can see it's delivered, the power is being delivered. You can see it's been stopped. And this is stopping the current from turning on all, like the player 1 and player 2. And there's also another line that prevents the loading screen from turning back on.
Right now it's in player 1 mode, but we can easily turn it off. But to be fair, I prefer to keep it on player 1 mode, so we can just keep that on. And then we have to hit the enter button, so it managed to register that we are actually doing it in player 1 mode instead. And now we just gotta wait for it to load. As you can see on the bottom corner, it is loading right now. Once it's finished loading, it will show all 6 apps as player 1, whilst player 2, it will show you 4 apps instead. And if you hit this button, you can see it tells you the time and what console you're playing on.
We've got the timers included. Alright, now we're going to modify it again. So because we're going to go ahead and modify the PlayStation again, we're going to go ahead and change block. Because, yeah, it means that you can understand what you have done.
And what you haven't done. By changing colours.
With the settings button. Now, do we need to do it? We already have 4 buttons already. We need to make another one. That would almost act as a cursor. We make a cursor, but the PS5 doesn't really have a cursor.
And this is how I make my projects. I stare at this, I make the screen, I make the product, and then I stare at the screen, thinking, what on earth am I gonna be able to make? How on earth am I gonna be able to make all this interlinearity in Minecraft without using any type of mods?
Cursor, but where the player can walk around, it will detect the A. Yeah, we can do that, even though the PS5 doesn't even have one of those track pads, but ours can. It can be like a makeshift thing. And no, I can't compare it to the Switch controller that I have right now. However, I could compare it with the Switch. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna go off camera and make the D-pad now. And just like that, the track... Okay, and just like that, the trackabout is finished now. You can see it kind of looks okay. But yeah, you can see there's a pink line on it because that's the only thing that works on it. The rest don't even work. So don't go ahead and try and get the rest working. You can see this is an encoder and decoder, which converts all the signals that it has currently. So there's 3 signals coming out from the y-axis and 1 coming up the x-axis. If you're not even on this purple line and you're outside the bounds, it will not activate the other pistons and it will not let the current go through. However, if you are on the pink line, then that means it will allow the current to go through, and then all you have to do is allow yourself to move up or down, and it will decrease or increase the labels. And you can see I've just went ahead and done the labels and all. I didn't really fancy doing a time, doing a sign for like the settings button. So I just went ahead and I made a T symbol here, made a power button here, just in case if you want to turn it off on the tracker pad, and I made a plus button here, but it should have been the settings button. You can see there's a notification saying, and that is on, that one's on, that one's on. Then obviously those will be off until you've hit them on the tracker pad. Obviously I've not went ahead and I've just done that yet, because so far I've just only went ahead and made a pink outline, and today is the colour pink, so that's how you know it's from today. So we're actually going to go ahead and I'll remove the current now, and we're going to get some wiring done. Oh yeah. Alright, now they're all disconnected, we need to group them individually group them. Okay, so this one is going to be your top one. So we're going to go ahead and get the current from this one, and we're just going to gently, we're just going to go ahead and wire this up to the downright thing itself. Bear in mind, redstone cannot go down 2 blocks. Okay, that's where the screen is. So we'll go 1 block lower. I need to be closer to the screen. Can't really say it, oh yeah, because it's quite dark on the screen. Douche. Alright, this is one of our lanes, which is our top lane. So this will only activate when it's been selected, and then it will turn the whole system off, hopefully, but we haven't even got round to that yet. And yeah, I've been working on this for an hour. Oh, well, that's what the stereo says. Just been having batteries charging in the background, because I need my batteries charging. Oh yes, I love a good battery. Alright, now we actually need the current on. Before we go any further, we actually need the current on. So, because there's kind of a gap here, we'll do that. And make sure that the current is always left on. And then we can continue working on it and seeing whereabouts repeaters need to go. I believe one needs to go there. Yep, that looks better now. Actually looks like it's lit up now, because it is. Alright. Okay, so we want this to activate the tippy toppy one. So oh, that wasn't that hard. And finally, but most least, the very last piece. And there we go. Okay, this took far too long. This stereo says on my right hand side, says it's been on for an hour and 43 minutes. It's been far too long. But yeah, all this pink stuff you see, all these pink blocks you see, are from today, and it's all controlled by that D-pad I showed you. One of the buttons is a dead button, but to be honest, I don't really know what to program for that one. Anyway, we can go ahead and crank the volume up. Okay, turns out the volume is already at 100. And you can also see, look, there's another line going into the console, which is connected to the off button. Anyway, let's go ahead and turn this puppy on in 3, 2, 1. Is he gonna make the music? Where's the music? There's the music. Alright, it's going. It's going. Dude, that looks so cool. I don't know why all those have popped up all of a sudden. they're for the D-pad, but they're controlled by this, but it says it's off. Okay, it's asking me to put my player 1 or player 2 in. Alright, let's hit player number 1. Alright, there we go. And let's hit the enter button. Did we actually click on it? Alright, there we go, I heard it that time. You can see this downright thing right there here now is actually responsive for 3 downright buttons and all. 1 lever, 2 buttons. Then this one right down here now is controlled by 2 levers, and then the other 2 are just dead. Alright, and here is player 1. You can see we've got tons of games. We'll just turn on the clock. We'll turn on the time and what console. Right, it says we're on PlayStation 5. It says it's 10:13, but it's not 10:13, but there's a secret button there. I can show you. And then you've got all 6 games there, and then we've got player 2 there, just in case if we want to switch back. And all we have to do is go ahead and switch that bad boy off. You can see all of player 1's games will switch themselves off. And we'll switch on player 2 games. So you can see now that one's disappeared and that's reappeared. Now, unfortunately, player 2 only has 4 games. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and switch back to player number 1, just so you can see the full length of how many games there is. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn on the D-pad. So now the D-pad has been turned on, we can go ahead and move around inside the D-pad. And look, I'm on the D-pad. Now the bottom one doesn't actually do a single thing, but we've got to bear in mind that the medium one, the medium one turns the whole system off, but the main one I wanted to show you is the top one. Either way though, it's quite cool. Oh, I just realised I clicked on all of them. Alright, here we go. So now we are on time. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I kind of forgot that you had to be still on it. Alright, let's just put a redstone block there, because I forgot to program it so it could do that. And then there we go. You can see now it's changed it. We're inside the time settings, as it says right there. It says the word time, and we've still got the choice of player number 2 if we want to and all, but look, we can see it's supposed to say 11 o'clock, but I couldn't really figure out the mechanism to turn these lights off. You just have to imagine, like, not seeing these blocks. There we go, look, there we go, now it's 11 o'clock at night. Well, 11:13. You can say AM or PM, it does not matter. And look, you can see we're on the time one right now. Now we're going to go ahead and activate the other one. Now there are 2 buttons that are actually activated, that are actually responsible for stuff, and then there's other ones that just don't do a single thing. So you can see now the PlayStation 5 has went ahead and done absolutely nothing. Now you can see that it's at nothing. It's as if I was not even touching it, because I'm not touching it. If I go ahead and touch on the first one, there you go. You can see the first and second one has been activated. If I only appear up on the second one, then fly off it, you can see every single thing will turn itself off, because it is the second choice button is an automatic turn off system, and now everything is turned off, and now we basically can go ahead and turn off that lovely handy down D-pad of ours. Right, and then we have to go ahead and fly all the way back to the console and switch it back on.
Everyone to continue doing it again, and it does work if you are doing it on player 1 or player 2. Then I did come across some little tiny errors that I did go ahead and find that was wrong with my D-pad.
Hang on. As soon as you hit that switch, yeah, it feeds the current through. As soon as you don't have that switch in, it's supposed to not have the current through. It's weird. Because that means the current... Oh, you plonker.